Alright, so who's this video for?
Brandon Campbell.
Who?
Brandon Campbell.
Like the soup? Wait, think he gets royalties? Well, if he does, tell him he can pay me for this in cans of soup. Make sure it's the chicken and dumplings kind. Because that shit is delicious. Hey guys, in all seriousness, I'm extremely honored that Brandon would allow me to host a video on his channel. I've been creepily stalking Brandon's channel for quite some time now, and I've made it no secret to my own subscribers that his channel, as well as Omar Esof's channel, are by far two of my favorites. A little bit about my own channel before I get into today's topic. My channel is called Health4Thought.
And that's some Health4Thought. And that's some Health4Thought. And that's some Health4Thought.
It features me and my girlfriend Megan, or Bay as we jokingly refer to her on the channel.
I climb the tree every day at work!
Hello, you've reached Arnold's Pizza Shop. I'm not here now. I'm out killing pepperoni.
Here we go, Shaq.
I'm Kobe, bitch! Told ya.
We're all about making videos regarding building muscle, building strength, and just overall fitness, but at the same time making sure that they're entertaining and hopefully make you laugh. Now you might be wondering why all the tattoos. Well, I'm actually a drummer for a living. While I dedicate a lot of time and passion to this channel, it's not my main source of income. So much like Brandon, I already have a job that I love, so it's not my style to be product pushing on you guys or selling you this or that. But if you'd like to buy this shirt, no, I'm just kidding. Okay, so anyways, that's enough about me. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I'll go ahead and leave a link right here so you can do so. On to the topic of the video. I want to talk to you guys about properly prioritizing your routines to fit both your short-term and long-term goals. I've been training clients both in person and online for years now. And the very first thing I always ask a new client when we first begin working together is to list their top 5 short-term and long-term goals. This automatically tells me how to prioritize their individual plan. Now, a lot of us obviously have the same goals: lose fat, gain muscle, show off your six-pack, build strength in the gym, etc. The problem is, a lot of people going into it try and tackle all these things at once, and they end up wondering why they aren't happening like they thought they would. A lot of the time, it's because they failed to put together a reasonable plan of action, setting small goals along the way that ultimately end up turning into a bigger one. Let me give you a real-life example using my own training. Right now, I'm very focused on strength in the gym. I'm pretty overall happy with the size I've been able to put on over the years, but for right now, my main goal is to increase my 1 rep max in specifically squat and bench press. What I've come to find is the style of training for bodybuilding compared to strength is vastly different. For example, I've always trained with a very heavy emphasis put on time under tension. If you're not very familiar with the term, in a nutshell, it just basically means that there's no break for your muscle that you're working while you're doing a set. This is achieved by not locking out at the top of the positive rep, nor stopping or pausing at the bottom of the negative. Also, the rep range is quite different, as most bodybuilders train within the 8 to maybe 15 reps, while most strength trainers rarely go over 5 reps. Another big difference is, for most of my training career, every single exercise that I do, I try and focus on isolating one muscle group, even when I'm doing compound movements. This mind-muscle type training focuses on putting an emphasis on the muscle you're trying to work while minimalizing the effort that the secondary muscles are putting in, or sort of trying to take them out of the movement, so to speak. Now, this often means throwing your pride out the window and having to work with lesser weight, especially if you have dominant muscle groups that like to take over on a movement that you're not particularly trying to work them. A good example, at least for me, would be my front delts working more than I want them to when doing the bench press. Now, in strength training, the main focus is lifting the most weight as efficiently as possible, and this is ultimately achieved by practice. Lifts like the squat, deadlift, bench press, those are all a learned skill. You literally have to teach your body through repetition how to handle heavy loads and how to get all the muscles involved to fire properly at the right time. I look at it sort of similar to a skill like being fast at playing double bass on drums. Double bass speed ultimately comes from perfect practice after perfect practice, starting slow and working your way up. Before you know it, you're blazing fast. It's nothing but muscle memory. You aren't muscling out with brute strength every note when you go fast. It's incorrect technique, and ultimately you're just going to end up hurting yourself, specifically your knees. The same thing can obviously happen when you do an exercise like the squat incorrectly. You don't just walk into the gym and go and try to muscle out heavy squats and deads. You have to ultimately rely on built-up technique to do these kind of things. This is why so many guys can leg press a shit ton, but when it comes to doing the actual squat, they're weak as fuck. What I'm ultimately getting at here is that if your main goal is size, You need to be setting up your workouts according to that goal. On the other hand, if your main goal is strength, you need to do the same with that. You want to build size? Don't ignorantly be in a caloric deficit. Get serious and start counting your calories. Log everything. Also, on the other hand, if your main goal is to lose fat, how are you really going to know that you're getting to that goal the fastest if you're not positive that day in and day out you're in a caloric deficit? Set yourself up for success and it'll be much harder to fail. Don't plan ahead and you'll find it much harder to succeed. Thank you for your time, guys. Ultimately, I can go much, much deeper into this topic. Thank you, Brandon, again for allowing me to do this video on your channel, and thank you guys for watching. I'm Joe, Health for Thought. Peace out.
And that's some Health for Thought.
And that's Health for Thought.
And that's some Health for Thought.
That's from Health for Thought.
And that's some Health for Thought. Seriously.
That's some Health for Thought.
That's some Health for Thought. And that's some Health for Thought.
Some Health for Thought.
And that's some health for thought.
And that's some Health for Thought. And that's some Health for Thought. And that's some Health for Thought. And that's some Health for Thought. And that's some Health for Thought.
While I've noticed most for strength training, you rarely go over, I hate you.
You just took the word out.
While with strength training, while why the fuck do I keep saying that?